Hello, welcome to Study Circle. Today we are going to read Class 6 Standard Civics, Chapter 8 and 9. Rural, in Chapter 8, it's Rural Livelihoods. A livelihood is a means of making a living. It encompasses people's capabilities, assets, income, and activities required to secure the necessities of life. The livelihoods of people are dependent on different farm and non farm activities. Issues in rural livelihoods. Crop failure. It can be due to bad quality seeds, pest attack, and lack of rain in monsoon, etc. Debt trap. Very often, farmers need to borrow money to purchase basic things like seeds, fertilizers, and pesticides. They borrow this money from moneylenders and fall in debt traps. Failure in loan repayment. When crop fails, farmers sometimes are unable to pay back their loans and for survival may even have to borrow more money. Farmer suicide, a crucial issue. In recent years, failure of loan repayment has become a major cause of distress among farmers and resulted in many farmers committing suicide. Seasonal occupation. Farming dependent on nature for the growth of different crops. Hence, life revolves around certain seasons. People are busy during sowing and harvesting and less so at other times. Agricultural laborers and farmers in India. In India, nearly 2 out of every 5 rural families are agricultural agricultural laborer families. All of them depend on the work they do on others people's fields to earn a living. Many of them are landless and others may own very small plots of land. In the case of small farmers, the land is barely enough to meet their needs. In India, 80% of farmers belong to this group. Rural livelihoods, farm activities. The main occupation is farming. Working on farms involves operations such as preparing the land, sowing, weeding, and harvesting of the crops. Non-farm activities. Many people in rural areas depend upon collection from the forest, animal husbandry, dairy produce, fishing, etc. For example, in some villages in central India, both farming and collection from the forest are important sources of livelihood. Collecting mahua, tendu leaves, honey is important source of additional income. In coastal areas, we find fishing villages. Interesting points of this chapter is nearly two-fifths of rural families are agricultural laborers in our country. Terrace farming in Nagaland, in village called Chizami in Phek districts in Nagaland. People belonging to Chakhesang community do terrace cultivation. Terrace farming in Nagaland. In village called Chijami in Phek district in Nagaland, people belonging to Chakhisang community do terrace cultivation. Terrace cultivation. Terrace cultivation is that land on a hill slope is made into flat plots and carved out in steps. The sides of each plot are raised in order to retain water. This allows water to stand in the field. Which is best for rice cultivation. Now we will read chapter 9 of urban livelihoods. There are more than 5,027 big cities. Some big cities like Chennai, Mumbai have more than a million people living and working there. Urban livelihoods. Street workers. A large number of the people in the city works on the streets. They generally sell things or repair them or provide a service. They are self-employed and have to organize their work. Their shops are usually temporary structure, sometimes just some boards or papers spread over discarded boxes etc. Issues with the street workers. They can be asked to dismantle their shops at any time by the police. They have no security. There are certain parts of the city where these hawkers are not allowed to enter. Street vending was looked upon only as an obstruction to traffic and to the people walking. Ways to improve their condition. With the efforts of many organizations, the street vending is now recognized as a general benefit and as a right of people to earn their livelihood. The government can modify the law that bans street vendors and they can have a place to work. Hawking zones have been suggested for towns and cities. It is also been suggested that mobile vendors should be allowed to move around freely. Hawkers need to be part of committees that are set up to take these and other decisions relating to them. Business person. There are many people who own shops which may be small or large and sell different things. Most business person manage their own shops or businesses. They employ a number of other workers as supervisors and helpers. These are permanent shops that are given a license to do business by the municipal corporation. Daily wage laborers. They work as helpers to masons and dig at construction sites, lift loads, dig pipelines, etc. Casual basis. Workers are required to come as and when the employers need them. Reason for small workshops and factories employing casual workers. They are employed when the employer gets large order or during certain seasons. At other times of the year, they have to find some other work. Working condition of casual workers. They are not permanent, no job security. If workers complain about their pay or working condition, they were asked to leave. There is no job protection if there is ill treatment. They are also expected to work for very long hours. For example, in the cloth mill units, the workers work on day and night shift, with each shift lasting 12 hours. Benefits of permanent workers. Job security. They can expect their job to continue for a long period of time. Savings for old age. As a part of their salary is kept in a fund with the government which gives them interest on these savings which can be used after their retirement. Holidays. They get regular off in a week, national holidays, and also get some days as annual leave. Medical facilities for family. Company pays the medical expenses up to certain amount for their workers' family. Interesting points of this chapter is that there are almost 1 crore street vendors in the country working in urban areas. In a survey of Ahmedabad city, it was found that 12% of all the workers in the city were people working on the street. Thank you.